Yep, that's right. I can't open it. Hey folks, rather unusually for a Garage Life episode, I am starting in my office, which is an absolute state at the moment. So if at some point I spin this camera around and you see the ridiculous state this office is in, I apologise for my ridiculousness. Anyway, the reason we're here in the office first is because when I was in Japan, I picked up this. Wow, working in mirrored thing is really hard. And this is Garage Life magazine, which is why I renamed the section on the forum. So let me just show you the sort of stuff we've got in here. Now the idea in this magazine is it's kind of showing off people's different garage builds, sort of bits of inspiration and stuff in there. And I just really liked it, and it was genuinely an inspiring magazine. Like, most of these things are way out of reach in terms of size and complexity, but then it had, as you go through, these little how-to guides, like how this guy built his bar, and like this wheel rack thing. It's got a how to build one of those in here, as well as all the various other bits, like this clever little thing where they got a blackboard, and then inside the blackboard they've got like storage for chisels and all that sort of stuff. And it was just one of those things that, as I was going through, I was like, well, there's no reason I can't do that. So this is kind of the inspiration for the rebuild of the garage. So let's go and have a look at the garage. Okay, I'm going to start just how grotty all this is. Anyway, this is my door. Check this out. Yep, that's right. I can't open it. So, up here, my ceiling's falling down. And we're in. So this is the current inside of the garage. There's the Porsche, which I accidentally own and need to do something about and put some details online about why I have it. There is my side of nonsense. Here is my absolutely ruined roof, and there's the other side of nonsense. So this running machine has to stay because it needs to be used, because I need to get less weight on my body, and obviously I need some kind of desk to work at, plus some storagey type stuff. And then over here, oh god, random wheel off a Subaru which isn't in this garage. This whole thing where I'm constantly charging the battery on this car because it's ridiculous has to be sorted out. There's a sofa underneath all of this. If you cast your mind back, if you watched a video that I did about the Retro Rides show and all that happened there, that was filmed on this sofa, and it's the only video I've so far managed to film on the sofa because it just gets junk thrown on it. So I need to sort that out. Over there, look at this, I'm going to use a zoom on my camera. Over this bit here is effectively the stuff we use for doing the merch stall and some other bits and pieces from the shows. There is a chair in the corner that needs to be recovered. There are some skateboards and bits. There is some stuff on the wall that has been there since we bought this house 5 years ago. There is a barbecue that I've never built. There is my source of music in the garage. This tool roll thing is from the Porsche and actually gave me a really good idea for stuff to do in here, which I'll go through in a second. And then over here, I got the trestles, a guitar amp, and then engine stand, a massive gazebo. Right at the back, you might be able to see if I zoom in, the red stakes that we use at the Weekender and the Gathering for the cliff stands. They are currently living in my garage and stopping the car being moved out. Not that this thing can move out at the moment anyway. It has a seeping rear shock, so I'm going to replace that rather than throw probably quite a lot, well, actually definitely quite a lot of money at someone. So I'm going to get that replaced. I need to do the discs as well at the front. And then once that's done, I can go and get it MOT'd and serviced and start using it. It might end up as my daily, we'll see. This stuff that's on this side here is just random business. All the tools and stuff that used to be on there are now in this grey box here, and now I can't get that anyway. There's a stack of magazines that are for the store. This just is a state. So plan is actually, based on some of the stuff in the Garage Life magazine, I will halve the size of this desk. Those drawers don't have anything in them. I got them for free, and I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll use those for tool storage, and I've never done it. And I think I never will, so I'm probably going to get rid of those. The shelves take up actually quite a lot of room and aren't very efficiently laid out, so I'm probably going to get rid of one of those. And then what I really want now, if you've got a garage, now I know I'm lucky, like this garage is quite wide, so my plan is to have enough room to down here and down here to work on a car. If you look through any kind of good quality home garage type stuff, it's about space, it's about use of space, and having enough space to be able to do what you want to do. So that's kind of my plan, is to minimize the crap, and then have a bit more breathing room and not fill that up with more stuff. I kind of started, at one point I had wheels all over the garage, and now I just have this little pile here, which also is partly because I've sold a bunch of wheels, and also a bunch of wheels elsewhere, and I have a wing for no reason, just sitting on the floor, which I'm sure isn't good for it. So yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment, sort of episode 1, as it were, of a garage rebuild. Order I'm going to do things in: I'm going to get this working, which means I need to clear some space so I can work on it. Then I'm going to move it out and redo the whole of this roof. This roof just needs to be completely redone. Then I'm going to concentrate on this bit here, so I've got tools and stuff handy and stored away. More to the point, I'm going to probably put a little wardrobe thing here, so I've got overalls and somewhere to put my kit for running on the running machine. I'm going to clear off all of this, so the sofa's back, so I can do video here. All this wooden stuff in the corner's something's got to happen to it, but I'll work that out. I'm going to move all of this stuff into a council lockup that I have, so that's kind of all stored in one place and can be collected all at once. There's actually a bike back there, my BMX back there, that needs to be secured somewhere. At one point that was on the wall and it fell off and landed on my Datsun and dented it. But back to this thing. So this tool roll was quite useful a couple of times, and I realised that I had something similar for that for the Datsun for a long time, which is just a small toolkit that only has the tools for that particular car in, and that's kind of what I plan to do for storage solution. So like over here I'll have like a rack with all of the tools in, but I'll sort of double or triple up or whatever on some of them, so I can put together just a holdy thing that's got all of the tools for the majority of jobs on the car. You know, like I'm not going to have like a hub puller and stuff in there, but like the majority of the spanners and things that I need for like dismantling bits of suspension or taking interior bits apart, or screwdrivers that, you know, like this stuff here. So this needs a torque head thing, so for the toolkit for this I would definitely have that available. So yeah, that's kind of my thought, and get all this tidy. So I'm going to spend probably a couple of hours a week in here trying to just sort this out. I'm hoping it will be less than a month before it's a bit more proper, and then I can get this roof done, because this needs to be tidied up a bit before I can work on this, and then I can radically alter the whole thing. So there we go. Wish me luck. This is going to be tough.